While the world often discusses superpower rivalry and shifting global alliances, one country's sacrifices remain underestimated: Pakistan. For decades, its military establishment and deep state aligned with U.S. interests, particularly in relation to Afghanistan and broader regional conflicts. But that partnership came with enormous consequences, both seen and unseen. In return, it was branded duplicitous, blamed for harboring militants, and often treated as both ally and suspect. Meanwhile, Pakistan endured the real cost. Over 80,000 lives lost, including civilians, security forces, and children in school massacres. Cities like Quetta, Peshawar, and Lahore became frequent targets of terror. Iran's growing alignment with India visible through cooperation on the Chabahar port and military exchanges signaled a shift that marginalized Pakistan in key regional projects. Despite 2 decades of support, Pakistan received little help during this volatile transition. Pakistan responded militarily but quickly moved to restore diplomatic ties, showcasing both resolve and maturity in a volatile neighborhood. There's a visible attempt to move away from dependency towards strategic autonomy, balancing relations with the US, China, Iran, and Gulf states without compromising on sovereignty. Accusations of harboring especially after the Osama bin Laden raid in Abbas, deeply tarnished its global image even as Pakistan continued fighting terror at home. Meanwhile, India's deepening military partnership with Israel changed the regional balance, though Pakistan has stood firm, refusing to normalize ties with Israel, citing its unwavering support for Palestine. Pakistan became a frontline state during the Soviet-Afghan War in the 1980s, and again after 2001 in the War on Terror. Foreign investment dried up. Tourism collapsed. Trade was disrupted. Unlike the UAE or Bahrain, it insists that diplomatic relations with Israel are impossible without justice for Palestinians, upholding its Islamic identity even under global pressure. Today, over 1.3 million Afghan refugees still reside in the country, placing immense pressure on public services and stoking ethnic and political tensions. The deep state has fought both physical and psychological battles against terrorism, international media narratives, and domestic political unrest. Yet military expenditures surged as Pakistan fought insurgencies that were, in many ways, born from wars it had been pulled into. While the nation struggles to rebuild, the scars of its role in supporting U.S. regional interests are permanent. Strategic recognition came with that alignment, but so did the infiltration of militant networks, the spread of Kalashnikov culture, drug trafficking, and deep societal disruption. The Afghan Jihad, coordinated by Pakistan's ISI with CIA backing, opened the floodgates to radicalism that continues to haunt the nation. After 9/11, Pakistan allowed U.S. drones, logistics, and intelligence operations from its soil despite fierce domestic opposition. The economic toll has been staggering, estimated at over $150 billion. On top of this, Pakistan provided refuge to more than 3.5 million Afghans, a humanitarian responsibility few acknowledge. Relations with neighboring Iran also suffered. Pakistan's closeness to the U.S. and Saudi Arabia led to border tensions and diplomatic mistrust. As the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan in 2021, Pakistan was left to clean up the mess. A resurgent Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, cross-border attacks, and a new refugee crisis. In 2024, tensions with Iran escalated further. Iran launched missile strikes inside Pakistani territory, accusing it of harboring them. Today, under General Asim Munir and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Pakistan's approach has shifted. Despite growing normalization between Arab nations and Israel, Pakistan has refused to follow suit. But the costs have been profound. Pakistan has paid not just in blood and treasure, but in global reputation, internal unity, and regional leverage. Yet despite betrayal by allies and the weight of isolation, Pakistan's military establishment has continued to prioritize sovereignty over submission and dignity over transactional alliances. But today, a new direction is emerging, one that seeks multipolar engagement, diplomatic balance, and self-respect in a rapidly changing global order. What do you think Pakistan has gained or lost from aligning with U.S. interests? Let us know in the comments below.